And welcome back, everyone. A new season is beginning at the Ensemble Theater of Cincinnati. The first show of the season is called What the Constitution Means to Me. And here to talk about the production are two stars of the show, Conan Morrissey and Sydney Charity Solomon. Ladies, thank you for being here. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was reviewing with both of you what this show is all about, because it sounds interesting and fun and yet difficult and just sort of all of the things.
All of those things, absolutely.
So you play Heidi.
Don't let the title scare you off. Okay?
So I'm not walking in and I'm just a Bill,
Oh my God,
just
you're
an
not gonna
average
have to study
Bill.
the Constitution.
Nothing like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's
I do
good.
that.
That's good. So you play Heidi. Tell me about Heidi.
I do. I play Heidi, who the whole premise of the show is when Heidi was 15 years old, she traveled the country making speeches about the Constitution.
Okay.
At American Legion halls for prize money, and she was able to pay for her entire college education that way.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So this is really a love story about the Constitution. Honestly, it's about how a 15-year-old fell in love with the Constitution, and then, like any great love story, had issues with the Constitution.
Moments.
Absolutely. And then, does she get back together with the Constitution? Honestly, at the end. So it's a really great, fun show. It brings up a lot of things about how the Constitution directly applies to our lives, and Heidi brings those things up in the show too.
Seems like an incredibly important moment for our time.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Yes.
And Sydney, is that where you kind of come into it? So your character's kind of interesting. Tell everybody about your character, because I'm talking to your character in a sense, right?
Yeah, so I play myself in the show, which is incredible. It's a vulnerable opportunity. It's once in a lifetime. But basically, it's this passing off of the torch. Conan's generation has formed this America, and it's being passed off to my generation, and that's like me in real life, my generation. So it is this beautiful passing off of the torch moment from generation to generation. And I come in at the end and debate Heidi, and it's amazing. It is improv. Audience can be involved. You can boo, you can cheer.
Wow.
That's a great thing about the show, is at the very end we have a real live actual debate that the audience gets to participate in. Yeah.
That's sort of a daring thing, frankly, in this sort of day and age, and especially with this kind of topic.
Well, it's going to be different every night, right? The audience gets to choose, just like we get to vote, right?
Wow. For both of you, what kind of challenge does that bring, knowing what the audience gives you is very much going to have an effect on what you do?
I mean, you have to use it, and I think that's the beauty of improv, is you just go with it. So we've been blessed. We have Ensemble Theater apprentices in the room, and along with the director and the stage management team, and so they're honestly giving new reactions in every single rehearsal, and you just have to use it. So sometimes they boo, and it's like, I haven't even started yet. So you just use what they give you, and it's such a fun experience, and I'm so excited to see when audiences come in how they'll receive it, because it is an interesting debate. It's an interesting topic. It's not something I've thought about in my life prior to this show, but now that I have, I can't stop thinking about it.
And it's given you a chance to reflect on it as yourself. For you, does it give you a chance to reflect both as Heidi and as yourself a little bit?
Well, this is Heidi's story, honestly, and it's really the great thing about this play is it weaves in personal vignettes about her own life and her own family, and how the Constitution affected those stories in her family's life. And that's the power of the show, honestly, because the Constitution affects us every single day.
Sure.
And it allows the audience to really reflect on that for their own personal stories.
Isn't there a little hook in Heidi's personal story about how her family first came to the United States?
Yes, exactly, and that's one of the things that I talk about.
That's one of the things that kind of comes
especially
up.
From the women's perspective.
All right, well, September 9th, this weekend, you guys.
Just like Joey B's number.
There it is.
Right?
We just connected to the last interview. That's when the magic happens. Well, ladies, have a great run of the show. It really does sound fascinating.
Thank you.
We'll try to get down and check it out.
Come on out.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming in this morning.
You can always get local stories right here on YouTube, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button to get notifications to stay in the know.